That and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. It's week 2 of this NFL season. A couple of teams feeling good, Greg. Victory in the season opener, and that gives you just great momentum off the schneid to start the season. Now, what's ahead for these guys?
Going into week 1 was always kind of an interesting deal, Mike, and I always felt as a player, you prepare months for week 1, and then you prepare 7 days for week 2. It's kind of a very interesting thing, and here you have both teams.
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go from Ford Field. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads them out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, this team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the 1 interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. And if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
They'll go play action here with Williams. This one is complete inbounds, but not a whole lot out of it. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On now, it's Carlos Santos for the field goal. This from 34 yards. Santos's kick is good. And the Bears will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Lions offense going to take over now for the second time. They had the interception on that opening drive. It only led to a field goal, so 3-0 as the offense comes back out 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, it's Gibbs. Good running there. Getting close to midfield. He's marking there. And a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Into the hands of Brock Wright. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They run with the former Bear, David Montgomery. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Throwing, Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Lions 1st down. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Goff. This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Here's Goff. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Bears offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession, and they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing on second down. Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line.
First rule of backed up offense, get the first down. The last thing you want to do, punt the ball back and give your opponent a short field. Mission accomplished. Now, can they maintain possession long enough to see if they can cap this drive off with some points? Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's caught left side by Odunze. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll run here with the rookie. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now they'll pitch it out here. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
And that is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to lead to 4th down. The Bears send out their punt team. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 9. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Patrick motioning here. From the gun, here's Montgomery. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. They hand it to Gibbs. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Bears off to the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Third down, 3 to go. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down. Won't be by much. He needed 3. He got 3. But the mark says first down. On play action, Goff. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Goff to throw. And that is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught by Gibbs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Here's 2nd and 9. On the bootleg, it's Goff. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. Now, Goff. And he's in. Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Lions. That's his first touchdown of the new year. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions move out to a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
They motion a receiver right. On second down, it's a run with Swift. Third and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Now a ball deep, middle of the field.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. This one caught by Patrick, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On second down, Goff. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Duvernay to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll turn and hand this one off. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They will run it over center with Swift. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Chicago. (7-3) is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He'll start at the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's going to be taken down to 37. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of space open.
And he will score! Tim Patrick, touchdown Detroit. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are on top. It's 14-10. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Bears offense and DJ Moore heading back onto the field. And before this drive starts, let me take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. He's got a man, that's DJ Moore. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Here's Torrey Taylor now. as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Could he have lost track where he was? The fair catch made at his own 3. The Lions offense going to take over just before the half. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where you see the final score there. Jaden Daniels, over 300 yards through the air with a touchdown pass as well. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Titans losers last week, they need to pull one back at home to avoid falling to 0-2. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. These 2 teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
As we get back underway here on EA Sports. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That's on Joe Tooney. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, it's Swift. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
A gain there of 15. Good for a Bears 1st down. Give up the middle with Swift. And good red zone running here. Taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now give on the ground. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Throwing is Williams. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he'll get about 5. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On play action, Goff. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield. Williams in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. He's going to tuck it and go. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Goff with the give to Montgomery. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Goff to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll go for it. Here's Goff. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. David Montgomery Touchdown, Lions. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not...
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So, after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. To throw is Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And he's going to be a little short of the 1st down there. He's up to the 45-yard line. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's not going to get the 1st down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Throwing here is Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Detroit.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On second down, Goff. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Quick throw, taken in. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Patrick motioning here. They'll run to the right with Montgomery, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra, gives the Lions a first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, will be a bit of a letdown. They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Patrick motioning here. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. LeBaron's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right,
DeAndre Swift inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. DeAndre Swift Touchdown, Bears. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame him.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. They run out of the gun with Montgomery. He'll get a couple of yards back, but it will be second and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. From the gun, it's Goff. That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
On 2nd and 10, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. Now, Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Here's Goff. It is brought in the end zone. Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Detroit. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A run here with Gibbs. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. The run game not helping them out those last two plays, thus 3rd and 16. Throwing, Goff, and that is incomplete. Kevin Byard, the veteran who's broken up a few passes in his day, gets to that one. The Lions will punt this ball away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by Odunze. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's to the right side, and incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Williams to the air once more. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Throw it again. It's Williams. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. The Bears are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Second down, goal to go. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll go play action here. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. The Bears go ahead, take their third and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. What a stand there. Fourth and goal, game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.